What's up, everybody? Good to see you. It's a nice new Monday. I think I'm going to check out this new form of live streaming with my green screen. Um, things are changing, and I think I need to be a little bit more discreet with my location. So, um, I am starting a new show for Panama, um, Panama Pacific, and I don't really want locals knowing where I live. So we'll be here for a short while more, but we will be moving in the next couple of months. So uh, when we start the new streams, I won't be having the background behind me anymore, and I think you guys can understand. Maybe I'll have another setup without a green screen in the future. Just won't have the big window behind me. So a couple of you guys have expressed concerns of that, so I am listening to your concerns and taking heed, because it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out where someone lives anymore if you could see the buildings behind you, behind the person. So um, I'm taking your warnings. Thank you. See what you guys got to say. Fresh taco, let's go. Hello, Corey. Good to see you, sir. Don't let GG fudge you out of your bag. That's right, Mudog. GG is a clown. In Spanish, we say payaso. Funkmaster Hex, Randers, long time no stream. Miss having nightly lives, but I understand you take care of you and your fam. Absolutely, sir. I'm still active. We have twice weekly strategy calls, Mondays and Thursdays, with an open missions group. I do the live streams on Monday nights and Wednesday nights. I'll probably do the Panama show. It won't be live. I'll record those, edit them, because frankly, I'll be interviewing people, and not everybody likes to be on a live stream. It takes a special person that's willing to put themselves out there on a live stream. It's kind of difficult, and some people get nervous about it. It's old hat to me now, so I'm kind of callous to it. But some folks don't like to be live, and if I told them that I was interviewing them live, they'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. So I'm going to change it up and make that one editable. Optimality. Good to see you. Hello, Ted. Hello, Doug with lowercase d. Black Label Expat. Hope to see you soon, sir. Hello, Benny. Okari.io. Crypto Bendu, shout out, Randy. Someone who wants to be rich and not in for the tech. Hey, everyone. Hey, Crypto Confession. Thailand. Now, how we doing, Ray? Thanks for the follow. Hey, I'm doing great. Loving life as usual. Today, after our strategy call, I asked my son, I said, we went out, we had to go handle some stuff, just walking around. And I said to him, I said, what do you want to have for lunch? And he goes, I want to go to the Indian restaurant. What? So we went to the Indian restaurant. He got his naan and a little bit of other Indian stuff, and he actually ate it. So I was very impressed. Like, Indian food? I know he's 25% Indian, but seriously? And that's such an American thing, by the way. My wife hates it when I bring up what percentage a person is, their backgrounds. Putting guru. Mm-hmm. Hedron, I'm looking a good buy at the moment, as well as RH coins. Daniel, yeah, I'm going to go into it in a minute. Operational security. That's right. We got to start. Remember, Richard, lives in his castle, and we got to start. The bull run's coming. We got to start taking it serious. We won't be in this apartment for much longer. So, X Gains, Bird Dog, good to see you. Tom C, Clint Trones, everyone's in the house tonight. And Theosapien. Is this the black swan dip buying moment we've been waiting for? I think the whole month of August is your black swan dip buying opportunity. Timothy, thank you. I used a free pick for this. Oops, I didn't put it in the. I was supposed to give them credits. I will after I get done. I'll make sure I edit, put it in there. Ramon Carrillo, what's up? Crypto Chillax. I'm about to load up on some more WHETH. Well, the price is right. It's come down a bit. Hex enthusiasts say, hey, almost got through the strategy call recording before you went live. It was a good one today. We definitely dipped into some subjects that, Matrix, that we don't normally talk about. Glad to catch you live from the great state of Texas. Pulsechain trader. That's a pretty dog you have there. Yep, me too. I'm looking forward to. Is there a wallet you recommend for Bitcoin? For Bitcoin, nah. I haven't held Bitcoin in so long, and if I did, it would probably just be a trade. So I would just use WBTC. Sandeep, good to see you. Good morning to you. Missed the call. I'll have to review it tomorrow. Okay, all right. So here we get rid of the banner here. Bye banner. Let's show you guys. What do I want to show you first? How about let's just go. Let me do the charts really quick before we get into other stuff. All right. Currently, this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a rough morning. It dropped down to about 28. What did it go to? 28,590 is what it hit earlier today. And I thought that was the beginning of the elevator down to 27,000, but it didn't work out that way. It bounced right back up to 29,160. Somebody wants Bitcoin at this price. Who knows? But they're keeping it right here. On the weekly, we still got this red triangle pointing down for the Aurochs indicator. I'm still following that. On the monthly, though, the monthly still says green. But like I mentioned before, if we go out further back, we had this is 2019. Actually, let's go back further. I can't go much further. All right. Well, this was the beginning of the last bull market. Hex launched in December. Let's see if I can find it. Right here. Hex launched right here. So we had the fake out. Everyone thought that was the beginning of the bull market. That was in April 2019. I mean, I wish I could make this bigger here. I can. Here, let's go over here. There we go. This is just like what we just had from January going forward, right? Then the market came back down. It didn't go to its all-time low. It got close in March 2020, but that was due to an external event called we won't say it. We won't name it because PTSD. But in a very similar situation we're in, and then it went red. Bitcoin did for a few months. It was just 7 months red. And then we went on to go into the true bull market. We are in this position right now. This is where I think we are in the bull market. We're in the capitulation phase, trading sideways for the next 6 to 10, 12 months. Okay. And then we get the blow off top and we get the next true bull market. This is where we are. This is going to be a boring time. All right. Bitcoin might drop back down to 27. It might even drop back down to 12,000. Who knows? I mean, if we have an event like what happened with COVID, with that thing, it dropped all the way back down to 3,800 from a high of 13.9. And that was June 2019. Okay. So we can see this was the opportunity to accumulate phase. Well, we are in a very similar situation. We had the green going up from January. Now we're trending back down. It's easier to see on the weekly. We had the run up, we peaked out. Now we're going to trend back down. That's how I feel it's going to happen. And this is your chance. Bitcoin's going to take everything down with it. Ethereum might even slightly affect Pulsechain. We'll see. But this is your opportunity to buy. I do not think we're in a bull market yet. We're in accumulation phase. And then if you go on the daily, it does say green as of yesterday, but we have confidence in the BGMC confidence indicator. It's over the green. So we could have a nice little run now, but I look at the weekly indicator and the monthly. The weekly has gone red. If it stays red for a couple more weeks, maybe we'll see the monthly go red as well. And then I'll definitely be convinced that we're just copying what happened in 2019 and going into 2020. All right, now Ethereum. Make sure you guys are seeing this. Okay. Ethereum looks very similar. This is on the weekly. Let's go back to the monthly so we can show just what happened. This was the bull run. That's not log. Yeah, we're on log. You could, I don't know why it's not showing up very well, but we had a red, then a green, and then we went on our bull run. We're in this phase right here, somewhere in here. Yeah, there we go. There's log. Okay. So we had the fake out in January, coming back down, move back up again, coming back down, and then we go on a run. We're here somewhere in this period. That's for ETH. And let's look at the daily to see what the daily says about Ethereum. Just got a green. This just painted, so this could disappear. But we're back in that time where I told you guys we're going to start seeing battles, and the battles are beginning. That's what we want to see, because we want the sooner or later the greens are going to win, and we're going to head back up. But we're in the midst of FUD at the current time, and we're going to go over that in a second. Here's Hex on Ethereum. Hex on Ethereum on the weekly is green. It's pretty much just been trading sideways, slightly down over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, almost since the launch of Pulsechain. And on the daily, let's see, we got the battle going on. So we had the pump right before the movie launch. Then we had the dump with the buy the rumor, sell the news. And it looks like we're starting to get the buys again. So that's good to see. The BGMC is still below red. It was pretty bad, and we're just now, it looks like we're starting to recover there. The one thing that worries me is the BankX people. What are the BankX people going to do? Are they just going to dump their 800 million hex? I hope they do. Get it done with, drop us down to under a tenth of a penny, and we can all, anybody who wants some e-hex can pick up a nice bag of it. Hedron, we just, on the weekly, we just went green last week, and on the daily, oof, man, we're still red. There's no green for Hedron. Well, that's e-Hedron. That's Ethereum Hedron. But I did say something in our Telegram today that kind of was, how do I say it? It was that the Hedron and the hex prices seem to be, on the Pulsechain side, are starting to cool off. So initially, the e-hex and the e-Hedron, e-Icosa were weak really quick. They dropped in price considerably. And that's when you had all these people out there FUDing Pulsechain. They were FUDing Ethereum, anything that was hex related. So that would be Hedron, Icosa, and Maximus DAO, all that. But currently, the prices are all right around 2x. Some of them are even less. I think Icosa is like a 1.8x or something over the Ethereum price. So that to me means that we're getting near the bottom. And no matter what, if this lasts 3 months, 6 months, this is the time to stack up your bags. And you will all look back at this period, and you're going to have one of two things to say. You're either going to say to Randy, you're going to be like, oh my God, Randy, I'm so glad I listened, I accumulated, and now my small bag turned into this very large bag. Or you're going to be like, oh man, Randy, you were right about the accumulation time, but I missed it because I was too busy listening to the FUD. Okay, let's go look at the FUD. Make sure you see it. There you go. All right. This is Google News. And Google News says, stop waiting. No crypto rally is coming. China just, from Forbes, China just made a significant game-changing move that could be about to hit the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Cardano, Dogecoin, Tron, Polygon, and Solana. I don't know why they picked all those names, but it doesn't make much sense. But the article, I actually looked at the article, it's actually not FUD. It's China's giving licenses out to people or to companies to be able to trade crypto. To me, that's the title didn't really match the article, but they should have said China's handing out licenses so people can buy and sell crypto. That would have been just a very straightforward article. Now listen to this. This isn't some random dude with a duffel bag to catch fentanyl trackers. Feds dig into crypto markets. Ooh. Feds reveal hipster crypto couple's hilarious attempt to cover their tracks. ChatGPT was given $20K to invest in stocks and cryptos. Here's how it made $2,000 in a month. Inside Prague's Institute of Crypto Anarchy, where they're plotting to bring down the dollar. I've been here twice. The Parlani Polis. I don't know how you say it, but I've been there to the Institute of Crypto Anarchy. Now look at this. BlackRock's misguided effort to create crypto for dummies. Oh, and Elon says we will never launch a Twitter or X crypto token. Interesting. Well, that's the FUD. But today we had some interesting news that came out that I don't think is FUD. I think it's actually the opposite. PayPal to issue dollar-pegged crypto stablecoin based on Ethereum. The token will be available first on PayPal and then on Venmo, and can be exchanged for US dollars at any time. Global payments giant PayPal is entering the cryptocurrency market with its own US dollar pegged stablecoin. It's called PYUSD, the company announced on Monday. The Ethereum-based token will soon be available to PayPal users in the US. This is the first time a major financial company is issuing its own stablecoin. Users can transfer PYUSD between PayPal and supported external digital wallets. Use the tokens to pay for goods and services or convert any of PayPal's supported cryptocurrencies to and from PYUSD. PayPal said the stablecoin will be available to an already large and growing community of external developers, wallets, and Web3 applications, and can be easily adopted by crypto exchanges. PYUSD will be issued by New York-based crypto financial services Paxos Trust and will be fully backed by US dollar deposits, short-term treasuries, and similar cash equivalents. It is redeemable for dollars, can also be exchanged for other cryptocurrencies available on PayPal's network, such as Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and Litecoin. I don't care about this part. So that's quite interesting. I think that that's a sign that we're starting to move the other way. The FOMO is going to start coming in. Accumulation phase this time might only be, I said September. I said that things are going to start kicking off in September. So that gives us, if I'm right, and after September 17th, which is the last day of Rosh Hashanah, then maybe we'll be kicking off at that time for the next major bull run. When I say kick off, I don't mean that the price is going to go like this immediately. That means they're going to start trending up, and they will probably run for the next, 18 months or so. So at least that's what I hope. All right. New York Coin Research. I think this is my first live show. Welcome, New York Coin Research. You need an earring with a pearl, Armate. Keep up the great work. You're welcome. Curveball question. Is there a wallet you recommend for BTC? Yeah. Ethereum, and use WBTC. Pulsechain trainer. I'm in Waco. Oh, sir. What wallet are you recommending other than MetaMask? Will 9-inch sacrifice be able to be transferred since I did with MetaMask? Sure. Yeah. Just I got the link below in my description. You could set up an Aurochs wallet and just import your seed phrase from MetaMask. We will prevail. Hex natural evolution of money. Yes, it is. Fantastic. We're so close. I got the salesman who sold me a brand new Honda into Hex the other day. He spent, I think, $1,500, but 2/3 into Hex, and the rest is his PLS bag. Optimality, that's the way to go. And I'm sure he'll be very thankful. So you're saying there's a chance? Absolutely. Hex Heart and Pulse RIP. Hey, lights out. Good to see you, sir. Randy, where do you find the indicator on the Aurochs wallet? It's not there, Cryptobendu. I don't understand why it's not in the pro version of the Aurochs wallet. That is interesting. It's only on, you have to go to getaurochs.com, which is their main website, and then you pull up the trading platform there and it works. DCA all the way to the bull run. I am. Yes, my mom is doing that. Yeah, optimality. It's only on the website. Interesting on the PayPal stablecoin news today. Yes, it's very interesting. My Alex bag on Ethereum is so wrecked, but I was able to get an instant discount on ePoly, though thanks to whoever created the Fux pool. Did you get to take advantage of any? No, but Poly, another thing we were talking about today during the strategy call, I think Poly is one of those coins that if you have a long time horizon and you don't mind holding something for 14 years or whatever it's gonna be, that Hedron bag you're gonna get from holding Poly is gonna be sweet. Seriously, it's gonna be great. You were 100% wrong. What am I 100% wrong about, Wake Doug? Exactly, Paul. Wrong on what? Funny how the PayPal ETH thing and price did nothing for ETH. Yeah, because it's a stable coin. How I made, that's why. Stable coins can't be. They don't really help the market because it's really just dollars. They're just using the ETH network. The company that will charge you $2,500 if they don't like what you say. Oh, geez, yeah. Look, I've been a PayPal user since 2006. No, maybe 2004 or something like that. I've been with them a long time. I'm thankful to PayPal. They really saved my butt. When I moved to Panama, that was the only thing I had access to for my U.S. monies. And I had the PayPal business account, so they gave me the debit card, and I've been using that forever. And it works great. And it works great for my business. And I've never been shut down. They've always taken care of me. But I understand that it's centralized. But if you still want to be able to play at all in the real world, especially when I travel, that card comes in handy. We have our other credit cards, but I do like my PayPal debit card for business stuff and for running no permissions and all of our other social media companies and all that kind of stuff for expenses and things like that. So, for that respect, it's an amazing little thing to have. Now, the fact that they get into crypto is suspicious to me, but remember when Elon originally did PayPal, I can't remember the other guys, the guy from Palantir, when they originally did it, they're kind of like one of the first cryptos. They wanted to have a separate network and run it and do all that kind of stuff. And now it looks like Elon's going to do something like that with X, which is cool too. We'll see how it goes. But I understand PayPal, that they're really frustrating to work with because they will shut your account down. I've had friends get their accounts shut down, but thankfully I've never had mine shut down. I've got a lot of stuff shut down, but not that. I don't know what Cryptobender's talking about. Maybe he's talking about PayPal. It's a Trojan CBDC. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Hey, Randy, reporting for class. Thank you for all you do. You rock. TextX, you are welcome. Thank you, Z. Appreciate that. What do you guys think? Should I continue doing the green screen, or when I move, I then have a background set up? I could do both. The background setup will mean I would have to take one of the rooms and then remodel it to make it like a studio. I'll probably end up doing that anyways, but at least until we move, I'll just use a green screen. When you say September, do you mean entire crypto market will start to go up, or RH ecosystem? ALS, I think everything. I think the crypto market will start kicking off in September. I told everybody, I was pretty vocal about it, that I went to stables. 2 weeks ago now for most of my liquid stuff. I mean, I kept stuff like my Pulsechain, my Pulsex, my Beetroot, but everything else I went to stables. There are some stuff coming up that's buy the rumor, sell the news events. We have fiat getting ready to launch. I think that's great. So I think the fiat token might go on a nice little run. I think Alex is doing his science experiments and getting ready to launch something that may or may not include Icosa and Hedron. That will be interesting. I can't wait to see what happens there. I'm actually pretty pumped about that one because I'm a happy whale on that ecosystem. And also with Beetroot, I want to see what Beetroot does. These guys, I'm a big fan of privacy. I'm a big fan of obfuscation. I think if you guys saw my TikTok today that I made, I was talking about how we need to start taking it upon ourselves to educate ourselves and learn how to use things when they're taken away. Like, for example, what if the front end of PHUX goes down? Don't you want to be able to extract your tokens just dealing with a smart contract? There's ways you can do that. You don't need to use the phux.io website. Same thing with making trades and stuff. You just deal with the smart contracts. The websites are just the front ends that connect you with the smart contracts. So that's why when you see all these trades happening, say a website goes down, the crypto website goes down, and your favorite one, but there's still trades happening. You're like, gosh darn it, who's buying and selling? How can they still use the website? They're not dealing with the website. If it's decentralized, all they have to do is go on whatever access they have to use the smart contracts and buy and sell there through Uniswap or Pulsex, PHUX, whatever they have. So it behooves us to start learning how to use decentralization instead of relying on these websites. Seriously, because I got frustrated too. I was quite large in the Jeet pool on PHUX last week when the news came out, and there's this huge red candle for Pulsechain. And I was in the Jeet pool, which was 60% stablecoins. So I knew that if I would pull my money out of Jeet pool at that current time, I would have gotten a buttload of Pulsechain for really cheap, right? Because the impermanent loss would have gone in my favor because I want more Pulsechain. And I would have gotten it at a really cheap price if I could have closed out that contract, but the front end wasn't working. So I couldn't do anything. And I don't know how to interact with the smart contracts. So I want to thank Paul. He's the one who showed us the other day how you can just deal with the contract. That was last week. He was showing us, and I appreciate that. And it just sparked something in me that I think we all need to learn how crypto really works, not just being plebs and dealing with the websites. Because man, over and over and over again, since I've been in crypto, when the market dips or when the market rockets, it's hard to trade. Things just stop working because there's too much volume going through. Things start to break. Yeah, so back to this point, the entire crypto market will start to run, including the stock market, I think. But August, I'm telling you, I'm not messing with. We still got another full moon this month. It's just an odd month. What's significant about Rosh Hashanah? Well, Joe, it's the end of the Jubilee year. We had last year was the end of Shemitah. And if I'm talking to something you guys don't understand, please go do some research. Shmitah. It's a holiday that comes every 7 years, where traditionally in the Bible, they would let the land rest. The farmers would let the land rest every 7 years. Well, in the financial markets, the same thing happens. On the Hebrew calendar, they let the lending and all that stuff that really slows down. So the Jubilee year is a continuation of that, but it happens every 50 years. So every 50 years, we have a calming of the markets where things change. Last 50 years ago, we went from the gold standard to the fiat standard. Now we're leaving the fiat standard and we're going to the digital standard. So right now we're switching to the Fed now. Maybe that's another reason why, what's it called? PayPal is doing what they're doing. So they know that everything is going digital. So they're making their moves now. Just makes sense. It fits right in with the Jubilee year. But by September 18th, everything should be back to normal as far as the financial markets, and we should be moving forward. But we still have 5 weeks until we get to that point. Didn't Waters Above say RH needs to stay home this month as well? Yeah, Crypto Bendu. My boy Waters Above, he said that Richard should stay at home and not go out for the month of August. And he also said August 26th, he needs to lock himself in the house. Just stay in bed. Don't trust the PayPal stable at all, admin keys, but does unload more, hopefully. Yeah, absolutely. It's another one of those situations where you use it to go in and out. That's how I treat USDC. Like when we bought our truck, we received an invoice from Coinbase, and I just sent the USDC to the invoice, and my truck was paid for. So in those instances, I use USDC, or if another case, it could be USDT. Pretty soon, we'll have LUSD, we'll have PXDC on Pulsechain. The LUSD is the one liquid loans, and PXDC is Power City. So we'll have 2 more stables pretty soon. Hello, McG. Sorry, let me get some drink. If I were to use this PayPal USD crap, they take the $6,000 they said I owe when I was 14, not supposed to have a PayPal. Jeez, that's crazy to me. The PayPal token has a feature to freeze and withdraw funds. Beached Whale, I imagine it does, just like USDC has the ability to freeze your funds. It's literally got a scam in the code. Hey, Randy, good to catch you. Walking dog in rain, whooping the like, tweeting yay. Thank you, Dr. H. If the PayPal coin gets big adoption, it could wreck ETH fees. But imagine if PayPal did stables on Pulse, price would pump. Everyone would be super excited. PayPal changed my life. Works really great in the early e-marketplace, but doubtful for crypto. Yeah. They have, when they first launched crypto, I tried to add it to my account. They're like, no, you're ineligible. How is a 20-something-year-old PayPal account ineligible? Like, this makes no sense. Why is RH silent? Is he scared? Well, I think his lawyers told him to shut up. That's what I think happened. They said, RH, go silent until we handle this. UFO to go. Great to see our mate Randy back in the job. Thank you, sir. The white screen is too bright for 10 p.m. Okay, all right. Maybe I'll find another color, something with a softer tone. So, fans annoying. What do you guys think is Richard's plan here? I'm wondering myself, is he going to do what the thugs want him to do? Are they going to pay him the $12.5 million? Pay them the $12.5 million. It reminds me of, when you owe money back in the day, and they come, and they, if you don't pay up, they threaten to take out your kneecaps or beat you over the head with a blackjack. You guys even know what a blackjack is? Kind of old school here. The brass knuckles. I think that's the situation that Richard's in right now. I don't think he's scared. Hopefully he lives in a non-extradition country. I live in a non-extradition country. But remember, the SEC is not they don't do criminal law. This is just civil stuff as far as I know. So hopefully he either pays the bribe, it's pretty much what it is, and these guys are all set free. And hopefully, like EOS, they sign a letter that the SEC will no longer go after all three assets, and it'll just like EOS, and we'll be free to trade and do whatever we want. I think there's an 80% chance of that. But I do think there's about a 20% chance that Richard just chooses to fight. And if he chooses to fight, his name will go down in history. And I kind of leaning that way, that I hope he fights, because there's nobody else in the crypto community that I believe that could fight for our freedoms as well as Richard could. So no, I don't think he's scared. Richard doesn't, I don't perceive that that guy walks with any fear. I can usually tell really quick when someone's fearful. I've gotten plenty of calls over the last 2 weeks of people that are fearful about what's going on with Pulsechain, Hex, and Pulsex. But Richard, he's not fearful. He knows that this is just civil. All he has to do is pay $12.5 million, and they'll be off. The monkey will be off his back, in my humble opinion. No words, no charges. Exactly. I like the green stream. It's a nice change. Yeah, thanks, Mom. Yes, SMO Spider. I will definitely just. I'm not going to do it in an apartment though that I don't own. Playboy Mansion backdrop, please. All right, Russ, no problem. I had a dark image up earlier, but I was wearing a black T-shirt with my black hat. And I looked like it was just my face, so I changed it to a lighter one. Okay. Red green screen. I like it real, but it depends on your situation. My PayPal account silently disappeared along with $20 on it. Probably I did not use it for too many years. Yeah, that happens. That's right, Mudhog. You've been spot on with the waters above info and positioning yourself. Not too shabby. Yeah, doing great. The only thing is that the one thing that's happened that was kind of disappointing is I was hoping that Pulsechain was going to come out with some more thunder than it did, and obviously it wasn't our fault. It was the bridge. The bridge really messed everything up for us. $42 million being stuck on the bridge for a few days didn't help the launch of Pulsechain. We easily would have had a 10x, maybe even a little bit higher, and that just got thwarted really quick because it just wasn't working. So we have a bridge that works now, and we also have portalx.io. We got Beetroot. So there's ways to bring capital into Pulsechain right now. I hope it continues, and the marketing efforts, all of us, we're all doing a great job. I have to give it up to the guys over at 9inch for having a very successful experiment with WHETH, launching one coin on Ethereum and Pulsechain at the same time. That went very well. This new orange token, I don't know what the hell it is, but I mean, that's catching on. And there's just things that are happening within our ecosystem that give me the feelings that we are definitely on the right track. We got liquid loans coming. We got fiat launching. I think it's next week. Got Famous coming right after that. Power City's been kind of quiet. I don't know what they're doing, but they made it pretty clear that Earn and that is about to come out soon. And I saw that Gerardo, he did a stream the other day. So it looks like we're going to have his project Mintra coming soon. So slowly but surely, all the platforms that we've been waiting for will launch. And once Pulsechain has its two stablecoins, watch out. People are going to be able to borrow and lend. And I think Buck made the comment that fiat is the first platform that's going to have instant loans. I've never done that. I'm not a big guy for leverage, but there's ways you can borrow, and it's crazy the stuff that we're going to have. Everything that's over on Ethereum will be on our chain very soon. Oh, thank you, Ben. Appreciate it. Alex is hinting at some cross-chain staking, I think. Okay, Optimality. I'm good with that. Anything Alex does, I support. Can you put some of your awesome AI art on the green screen? Oh, God, you guys. You guys, here, let me see. Let me see what I've got here. How do I change that? No. New. Settings. Virtual background. Oh, here where I can change it. I can make it something a little bit more chill. How's that? Let's see. How about this one? Oh, yeah. It's Ethereum, though. I got the Ethereum logo behind me now. All right. That looks pretty cool. Let me sit right in the Ethereum. I did that for you guys. Yeah, I'm seeing I lost where we were. Okay. When Pulsechain single-sided staking? UFO to go? Frankly, I don't think it's coming anytime soon. Richard said there was more important things that he's prioritizing. Randy, can you remind me your 9-inch strategy when launching on Pulsechain Ethereum? Thanks. Basi, I think this WHETH launch was a good example of what's to come for 9-inch, and they did the experiment for a reason. And as you can see, 9-inch on Pulsechain is kicking, not 9-inch, WHETH on Pulsechain is kicking the butt of the Ethereum version by, it was almost a 7-1 at one point, or 6-1 to 7-1. So it looks like most of the volume is going to be happening over on Pulsechain for 9-inch. So take that information and do with what you will. But I think watch out for 9-inch on Pulsechain. That thing might just rock. Case in point, Tornado. What did I miss something you said? 43 OG. Yeah, Tornado Cash. They're kind of shut down on Ethereum. You can still use it though. We do have Beetroot on Pulsechain, so that's where I focus. Tom says, I'm looking forward to the September kickoff. Any speculative time frame for RH ecosystem all-time high? Hoping for a streamer's Tom. Yeah, all-time high would probably be right around the same time as Ethereum's all-time high in the regular markets. In my opinion, we are baby Ethereum. Pulsechain is baby Ethereum. I might piss some maxis off, but we did fork it, right? Randy, it's actually easy when you use PHUX and IPFS. You can basically take the front end you've downloaded and run it locally. See? Techies get it. If you just are willing to take some time, you don't need the front ends. You don't care if a website is getting overburdened. Do you think this is our last major bull run? Yeah, Hex Gains, I think so. I mean, still, the next bull run, we might only have a couple 50Xs. That's still amazing. But the days of having 100Xs, 200Xs, 500X, they're going to get shorter and shorter. I think we're not going to have those kind of major bull markets like we had in 2017 and 2020, 2021, and now hopefully 2024, 2025. These markets, I don't think it's going to be as I don't think they're going to be as powerful. Hello, Hexkin Greenhorn. Are you excited? I will hold PayPal coin the same way I hold ARS, like a hot potato. Big Pep Channel is a great person to ask about Shemitah. Yeah, Paul, he can't stand Shemitah. But he's got to admit, I was right. Oh, you didn't want to be in the market at that time. They also have admin keys to turn off your PayPal for coin shit. Yeah, absolutely they do. Super Snake. Hey, Randy, have you checked out the Coast Fiat on-ramp? They're issuing the CST stablecoin on PLS backed 1-to-1 with Fiat USD. Super Snake, no. I support them. I wish them all the luck. That's mostly for you guys. For you guys that are in the West. So if you live in the US or you live in Canada or you live in Australia, you're gonna need Coast. It looks like your onboarding opportunities are getting smaller and smaller, the places that you can do it with. Here in Panama, my opportunities are getting bigger. You guys are getting smaller. So I won't be using Coast because I don't need it. I have Tower Bank, and my friends that have a little shop down the road that, if you want, you just bring in cash, they give you crypto. The opposite way as well. So it's just too easy here. But for you guys, congratulations. You really need an onboarding opportunity. There you go. Liquid Pop Eric says they don't have enough liquidity yet, but they will. So Randy, are there aliens, or is Biden's camp trying to bury all the scandals they are with the media? Crypto Bendo, I think they're like androids or something, man. All these guys with their rubber masks running around. Shit's getting really weird. Did you see the other day that the Biden bot or wherever it was, its forehead was all wrinkled. It looked like they needed to pull the mask down. I don't know. I'm sorry. I saw that and I was like, this stuff's getting really weird. The whole Jamie Foxx thing. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole, but some weird things. Exagains, I really don't think he'll pay. I'd say it's about 20% because he's already talked about it. He said probably about 2 years ago that when he brought up EOS, someone brought up the SEC thing. And he talked about how EOS paid $27 million and they got the letter stating that EOS is free and clear to operate. So he's already been discussing this exact subject, but I would love for him to fight it. Love it. I hope so. If you use the SAC funds, it's kind of ironic the funds are used for free speech. LOL. BC, but the SAC funds have not been touched. Swizzle sticks. Richard's preparing like Rambo. He's in Siberia carrying the log, remember? And Rocky 2. I think that was Rocky 3, the one with Dolph Lundgren. Bob Wells. Hey, how are the doggies doing, sir? Vibra Finance. Where Richard lives, they don't extradite for most financial crimes, just others like violent crimes. Okay, optimality. Cool. I know what a blackjack is. See, Robert showing his age. Love to see RH fight it, but if he does, it might dampen the Pulsechain bull run. Yes, we discussed that today, or maybe it was Friday or something in the Patreon. If he fights it, it will dampen. Just like this last bull market, you didn't see XRP do this like every other coin. XRP was kind of like this. It went up, but it only did like a 6 or 8x at the peak, where it probably should have done, if it was regular market conditions, it probably would have done a 10, 20x, something more like what Cardano did or something like that. So I agree. If he fights it, it's going to be rough on the ecosystem. But, man, my heart wants him to fight it, but my brain says, nah, don't fight it. Just let's go with it. Let's have a massive bull run. Anyone think the DOJ will make a move on RH? No, not at all. SEC going to do the Stewie to Brian thingy to. How do you guys like the cover image for the video? I got Mr. G in there. Richard can afford to pay the fine, but I think he wants the glory of defeating the SEC, since there are letters from lawyers stating Hex is not a security and he will be a crypto legend. That's what I'm saying. Richard is about the ego. He would rather fight it. And as much as I think that's great, my pocket, my wallet doesn't want that to happen, because I know what Pulsechain could do in this next bull market. That's right, my dog. Fast forward to 2025. I think we need a Netflix docuseries of RH victories over the SEC. Ooh, that would be amazing. Going into a trial by jury is scary, though. Yeah, it sure is. And someone says they want to do it in New York, which makes no sense to me. One RH is from Florida. I know all the financial stuff is in New York, but that doesn't seem like it'd be very fair. RH is a tight ass, but he wants the glory. I'd be quite flabbergasted if he doesn't fight the SEC. I want RH to fight, honestly, but it could bring clearance and set precedents. Sure could. Depends how much RH resonates with Andrew Tate and his current sentiment of not wanting to unalive himself. Paul, that's a good point too. I personally think Tate is in the inner circle. Use same background with hex colors. Okay. Hex color with the I know what you're talking about. I've got another one too. Let me see. You guys making me change my backgrounds. Oh god. Let's see. This one's too dark. Can't do that. I could do the one from the Hex conference last year. There we go. There's the Hex conference. You're welcome, Scott. I'm in the fight at camp too. Keep him in the news. Yeah, I mean, that's what we talked about, Bob. We said that if he fights it, he will be in the news nonstop, just like Brad Garlinghouse and XRP. They were in the news nonstop. The highest of fakes sequel. First time listening. Thank you, Scott. What do you think? Bob says, welcome. Oh, I thought you said you're welcome. Oh, man, Bob. Cracking me up. What do you think happens to PLS price if RH uses this SEC stables and airdrops it back to all the sackers? Oh, man. Can you imagine? I'll take it. I'll take my money back and I'll just buy PLS. We'll get like a $680 million pump. Yeah. Go tweet that out to Richard. Sad. 6 likes on the 880. There's more than 6 likes. It's got to be. I'm sure the XRP versus SEC case did nothing but forge that community to keep the price up during the bear. People buying despite the SEC. Yeah, absolutely. Look, guys, the XRP community, they absolutely dominate over on TikTok. You know, we do good on YouTube. Hex is definitely a YouTube. At Hex and the Pulsechain stuff, we've got that locked down. I would say we're the best community for this platform. But I think we should move a little bit over to TikTok too. Or maybe even Instagram. See? Hey, Crispy Man's here. What's up, sir? How are you doing? Thank you, Timothy. Thank you. Orange token to reference the Howey test about the orange farm. Oh, yeah, that was the HOA one. At first glance, the beard makes you look like somewhat of a better looking RH. Extoshi. Oh, God. You guys are funny. I'm definitely got age on him, though. Is it true a dev exploited PLS and cashed out billions of pulse on a DEX he made? No. I haven't heard anything about that. Moon calendars, PhD 805. You're welcome. There is room for huge growth of crypto at 10x the number of users at least. Brett Stone, you're not lying. That's what I'm counting on. There's only a few million of us. What's my mom doing? Or my wife, I mean. I like that background better. Turquoise wavy. Right, you already used it? Cool. Can you comment on INC and LP? Have PLSX and PLX LPs waiting on LL on 9-inch? Thank you. Commenting on LP providing. I'll just make this as a broad LP providing comment. I haven't been using the PLSX LP providing. I've been using PHUX, the FUX, and it's been just great. I had the Jeet pool and I have the VEPHUX pool because I stake there because I want to maximize my payouts in the regular pools. So check into that. I love what they're doing, what Buck and the team has done. I have friends that are they have very, very, very large positions in Pulsex, about 10% of each of the pools. My good buddy does. He absolutely loves it. He swears by it. He's making 6 figures a day. So you can too. So when 9inch launches, you're going to be able to provide liquidity on Pulsechain and on Ethereum. Right now is the time to start accumulating the tokens that you want to provide liquidity for. They will have single-sided staking on 9inch. I know Pulsechain was supposed to have it with PulseX originally, but that didn't happen. Richard said it's not a priority. Tweeted about it. This was about a month ago. 9inch, they are launching with single-sided staking. If they don't, I'm going to be kind of upset because I've been telling everyone that's what's happening. So you'll be able to take your tokens of any token. You don't have to worry about impermanent loss. Stake them, and you will earn some their incentive token called BBC. So have some fun with it. It's coming. I will be providing liquidity in both ways, single-sided and dual-sided. I like the passive income of it. Just right now, you need to find the tokens that you care about, whether it's PP token or WHETH or PLD, which are all the tokens that 9inch is going that have created. That's their stable of tokens that they've already made. And then there's going to be other ones that you're going to be able to participate in with PulseX and with PLS and probably Hex. I mean, we discussed today, like, what if single-sided staking on 9inch pays better APR than staking Hex in the traditional contract? We had this discussion today, and there was pros and cons to it. The pros are you make better APR likely, especially if you have folks coming in and voting up that pool or that staking pair. That means those with the votes can vote it up so it receives higher amounts of APR. The con is that Hex is 100% decentralized, and you could just use the smart contract. You don't need to rely on a third-party website or anything like that. So the pros are higher APR. The cons are it's a little bit higher risk. Maybe it's better just to take your Hex and stake them. But if you're not a person that likes to stake your Hex, you could just put it into these pools or these single-sided staking and earn some nice APR. So take it with a grain of salt, but that's what Randy's watching. Is Panama dangerous? Nah, man. I feel much more in danger when I go over to my hometown of Rochester, New York. It's like, my town is rough. or imagine like walking around Philly at night. I walk around here all the time. Yeah, there's tough neighborhoods here too. You got to be careful. There's, shit does happen. But if you're smart and you got a swivel, you get your head on a swivel, you're doing okay. There are safer places, obviously. You're probably safer in Thailand or Vietnam or something like that. But I love Panama. I love Latin culture. I love the fact that I live in a country that's a banking capital for this region. I love the fact that we're a flight hub. I can fly almost anywhere, Central, North America, and to Europe with direct flights. So it's just a nice place to live. It depends on what neighborhood you live in. I live in a great neighborhood, older neighborhood, but it's like tons of coffee shops. This is like the bohemian area. That's what I like about it. But you can live in the real bougie areas too. There's lots of bougie in Panama, man. Lots. A lot of money here. Oh, much safer than LA. Yeah, if you looked at the top most dangerous cities in the world, I don't think Panama would be in the top 100. There's like probably 50 U.S. cities on there. Say hello to Gustav Troncoso. I don't know that name. Yeah. Yep. I was referring to be able to use Tornado without the front end if one knows how. Oh, exactly, 43OG. Yeah. Tornado still works. RH, take the path of least resistance. Focus on business. Stress can be a killer. That is true too. But man, he's got an ego. He wants that ego scratched. The best way to do that is to take on the SEC. Shifty Sheep, what's up? Get a swap in New York. Okay. That's right. I couldn't remember why they wanted to do it in New York. The government and fair in the same sentence. Hey, Marco. When I was in the Navy, my Master Chief, he used to call me Petty Officer Hilarious. Oh my God. See? My mom's bossing my wife around. Anna's a very good designer. So, I mean, I could do it myself. I just decided I'm going to start using the green screen. Where did the Bitcoin go? WHGB, new meme killing it with utility. All right. I hope RH pays the fine and gets this thing behind so our bags can pump this cycle. Okay, crypto. I understand the sentiment. Anyone seen Javon lately? Master of rugs. Yeah, I kind of lost respect for him. I mean, I've been a Javon fan for years. When he got past the BitConnect issues, I was always a supporter. I said, look, I understand that you were not young and you were new into crypto and you made some mistakes. So I supported him all these years. I was one of his YouTube subscribers, and when you pay the monthly and doing all those kind of things. But when he started trash talking Hex, I was like, not anymore, buddy. When do you think the bull market will start? Oh, good to see you, by the way. When do I think the bull market will start? After September 17th. That's when I think accumulation phase starts. And I think during one of our talks, we discussed that after Shemitah, which is, after Rosh Hashanah, ends September 17th. Yeah, it would look like accepting a guilty verdict, which I don't see feasible in his eyes. Yeah, like I said, Richard's got a big ego. He doesn't want to look guilty. Amazing strategy session this morning, Australian time. So much gold shelled out as always. You're welcome, Brendan. Greetings from Sydney. Our Aussies, they're chatting. Whatever it pays, mine's going straight into T-shares. Exactly. I hear you, but that will keep your bags down for the entire bull market. I'm not on board with that. I ain't rich like OG Hexkins to sit out a long, drawn-out trial. Yeah, I totally understand the passion there. Thank you for a long answer from Santa Barbara. Bag of LL, little bag of 9-inch with your referral link. Oh, thank you, PhD 805. I can't wait for LL to launch. But I didn't do thankfully for LL, I didn't lock my tokens up for 2 years. Can you imagine? I mean, I feel bad for those of you guys who did, but if you locked up your tokens for 2 years, you'd be waiting almost 4 years to get your tokens. No. Thank you, Optimality. Awesome. My plan was a Thailand retirement. Maybe Panama could be a better choice because it's so close. Like, for example, we'll be in Toronto soon. It's a 5-hour flight. And Bob, I don't know. If you're in the Toronto area, let me know. Paying a fine is not talking an L in my eyes. Lots of companies do that to get rid of the lawsuit. Check out corrupt banks. Yeah, exactly. Thailand could be cheaper, but Panama sounds more fun in different ways. I love it here. And now I feel like, because I have such great connections. What's cool though, this is the key. And for you guys, when you come to Panama, you have me. I didn't have that when I moved to Panama. I didn't have somebody that was on the ground who knew who to talk to for everything. I didn't have that. And it's taken me 13 years to get to this position. So anybody who moves to Panama, they've got somebody who will lead the way and just make it easier for them, and without costing an arm and a leg. I go to some stupid law firm that's going to charge you tons of money just to get your residency and stuff. You don't need to do all those things. So, yeah, it's better to know people locally. No, Sparky. I lucked up most of my diamond hands. Yeah, you guys definitely were. Okay. All right, Bob. If you had to pick up one for this next cycle, what would you choose? Why, Hex or PLS? For the cycle, I am going to stick with Hex. It seems counterintuitive, but like I tell my Patreon members, your first goal, if you do not have 100 T-shares, get your ass on it, because 100 T-shares right now, each T-share costs 30,000 Hex. 30,000 Hex times 100 is 3 million. 3 million Hex right now costs you $30,000. There you go. 30 grand, 100 T-shares. And now you take those 100 T-shares. If you want to, you can stake it out 10 years, and it only costs you $10,000 to get your 100 T-shares. Make that your priority, and then worry about getting the PLS. PLS is a layer 1 token. Depends on your financial situations, everybody. But if I was to get in there and start a bag right now, I would definitely build up your T-shares. Then after that, go play around with everything else. That's what I preach all the time. I mean, I'm sticking to it. I love Pulsechain. I think Pulsechain is going to do great, but T-shares pay you every day. I was in the Toronto area up in Georgina right now visiting Napanee. Nice, Robert Brooker. Cool. If you're not old and dying, get you that juicy T-share discount, Maxi. There you go. Maxi's a beautiful play. Beautiful, beautiful play. You're welcome, Brandon. All right, you guys. I am out of here. I want to actually over tonight, but thank you, everybody. And I'll have my wonderful Annabelle make me a background. All right.